Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
We are now at home.
Yeah, holidays are over.
Today is August the 19th, 2026. It's Wednesday, and we are in the countryside of Germany, in a very small town with only 1,000 people, and we really enjoy the quiet surroundings at home again.
Last time we met was in Glücksburg with this beautiful castle.
Yeah.
The big
Happiness.
Castle of Happiness.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a very crazy experience because we had to do that video last time 3 times or 4 times.
3 times.
Because something went wrong with the app or with this appliances. So we thought it's recording, but it didn't, and this happened twice. So it was kind of
frustrating.
Yeah, to do the same talk 3 times. So it was 3 times different.
And the last time it recorded, but then we found something is like a sum or so in the lens.
I know.
Then we think
it is the arm of this appliance.
Yeah, and then
because we had to take the white angel.
Yeah.
And then the white angel is filming the appliance which the telephone is attached to.
It was awful. Then, after 2 times, because we only find 1 table with a view, and a lot of people were coming and going, and some stayed there and watching. So we are.
But now you can see it's this. The arm of this appliance.
Yeah.
When you take the white angel.
Yeah. But, so we didn't have enough experience, and that was a public park. Then the first time it didn't record, so it was 25 minutes. The second time it didn't record, then that was also almost 25 to 30 minutes.
And always sitting in the sun.
Yeah, and you got crazy because we didn't write down what we wanted to say. It's everything. Every time it's a little bit inspired by ourselves. And after the 3rd time, we checked and found this shadow.
Maybe I have a look if it's recording now.
It's working.
Yeah.
Then after the 3rd time, we were thinking, let's do the 4th time. But we were so frustrated, and I told to Michael, now I know the actors and the actors of the film industry that they do some scenes maybe 15 to 20 times. And I would get crazy.
Yeah. So we're not in this business.
So we did. So then we decided just really to take this video as it like. We want to put our logo on the right corner down. But then we decided just share our negative experiences with our audience, because we are only not really 2 months old, so we learn step by step, and we also want to record how we are making progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully there will be some progress.
Sure, my English is better.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. So now what happened in the last 10 days? What are the biggest experiences? What is exciting?
Yeah, you saw some videos regarding eclipse and regarding this special constellation with the planets in one line.
Yeah.
By accident, when we went to the shop, they sold the special glasses to see the eclipse with your eyes. The special strong glasses. And then we observed that August 13th?
12th.
August 12th.
In the night.
Was this special occasion to see this. So we decided to go to the beach. Because in Denmark, some beaches you can go by car.
Yeah.
Which we always never did before.
Yeah.
And as we had to go to an island to have the good view, because the iceberg is at the sea, but there are a few islands in front, and so they have an open view. You have to go to this island.
Yeah.
And that island, they have a ferry boat which only works on daytime.
And it was quite expensive just to go there and come back. So
anyways, if you want to see this, how you call this?
Meteor shower.
Yeah, you have to stay. It's very late, minimum 12 o'clock, better 2 o'clock in the night. And there's no ferry boat before next day 5.
And we want
so
to
we just stayed in the car.
And we also need a place where is no light pollution nearby. So then you have the very dark heaven to observe. Then we decided just to stay on the island at the beach.
Which was quite cold. In spite, we took some blankets.
Yeah. But what is your experience for the sun eclipse? When the sun was covered with by the moon.
It was cold.
It was very cold, and also I think the birds were very loud. They are anxious. They
observed. Sure, they observed this.
They are loud, and also there's not singing.
They're nervous,
voice.
And then it was very silent.
Yeah.
When it started, they were nervous, and during the peak minutes, it was silent.
Yeah, and then
maybe they were afraid that our world is at the end.
Yeah, it's very interesting for me to hear, to observe, to feel. It was cold. Only even it was 84%. It's not 100%. So we still saw some sun ring as a ring, and then it was very cold. And then all of a sudden we were hungry because we didn't prepare them and we want to eat.
Because it was cold.
Because it was cold, and the bird didn't sing anymore. The whole environment was quiet. So it was a very amazing experience for us. And during the night, we slept so good because on the beach there's nothing to disturb, and we have set the clock, alarm clock. So at 1 p.m. because we know it's from 0, so from 0 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the night until 4 a.m. Then we set the alarm clock for 1 a.m. When the alarm started, so I was so deeply sleepy, and then we say, oh, wait a half hour, and all of a sudden, maybe so half past 1. I think, oh, you have to stand up, otherwise get up. Otherwise you miss everything. Then I started and I watched 2 hours, and I count 9 meteors for 2 hours. Then I think, they say it's shower. So I always saw some drawing, and so I saw a lot of things like raining, but it's only a tale. It's only in maybe some stories or some films. In fact, it's quite a lot.
But one by one.
But it's one by one.
And different directions. So not like.
And I think the longest for me to observe was maybe 5 seconds, and others is quite short. So it's also very, very, very. My first experience in the life to observe this meteor shower. Then I read in the internet that this should be repeat every year in July and August. So I don't know why, but next year I want to watch the meteor shower again.
Because the Earth passes this kind of they're always flying in like in the eclipse.
Yeah.
And then the Earth passes this area every year almost the same time, where all this like passing the highway of
Yeah.
materials.
And on the August 13th morning, I stood up very early because I want to see the first sunrise after the meteor shower. So I meditated. It was 5 o'clock. I wanted to stand up. Then I really did it. So then there is one moment I made a short video for. Normally I made a 360 degree, and that video was 1.5 round, because in the first round I saw my shadow. I love my shadow while sunrise. We did that a lot in August during our holidays, but at that moment I saw my shadow like a ren, the Chinese characters. I learned it also as a pupil in China, that the very base characters are like the original word. Like the sun is round with a point, and the moon is like a half moon with a point, and the human being, the ren, is like these. And if the ren doing the arms and straight, the arms very long, it's big. And if the people is very big and cannot get bigger, there is one line. This is Tian, as heaven. So because the heaven is the biggest. So as I make my round and think, oh, this is a nice idea to explain to my Western or not Chinese audience something about the Chinese character. So I made 1.5 round. And afterwards, after I finished it, I remember one thing, what every child in China is taught to. If you want to make something successful, you have to pay attention of 3 conditions. It's 天时地利人和. It's the heaven, a God, gives you the time, and you are in the 地利, you are in the good position, geographical position, which is good for you, to your benefit. And 人和 is the people are getting together. They are in group. And if you have a project, if you want to do something, if you will study, you are working, then the Chinese people are taught like you have to make 3 conditions together. So it's not like, oh, I'm the biggest, and I have to force to something. It's a lot of believing in the nature, in the surrounding condition. So at that moment, it's fate, yeah. But you have to look for meat. You have to move yourself to a position at the right moment with the right people to get your success or get the thing what you want to. So I think it's a very important idea of the Chinese culture. So the combination of this experience by myself, standing in the middle at the sunrise, in the middle between the earth and the heaven, and feel myself with my body and shadow character as a human being, and think of this Chinese philosophy. It was very amazing for me. So I think this is the biggest. If I only count in the last 10 days, what happened to me is this experience of the Chinese 天时地利人和.
Yeah, so we have a lot of ideas for this channel. So one idea is to do focus and detailed descriptions regarding ingredients and regarding the technique. But as our English is not as good, we may do this with some support by KI. That means we think about to do it like a cartoons, and we write down the text, but let it speak from the artificial intelligence. So it's better to understand. So it's better to understand because of the pictures and because of the perfect English description. But this is we'll come later. We have to explore how to do it.
But you already tested with the Bremen Stadtmusik.
Yeah, we did some pictures, and what is the process?
Yeah.
Because the KI is not as intelligent as you might think.
Yeah. There is one joke. It's very funny. Michael was working on that project with some very lovely animals, and then he said, "What do you want them to cook?" I think, "Oh, tomato with egg, because it's red and yellow. So I think on the picture it's a very bright color." Then you did it.
Yeah. Then she asked, she wanted to let them do some vegan.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, they can do make a Ginkgo chingsai.
Pak choy with shiitake.
And the prompt was, please change different, keep all the whole picture, but change the foods they're preparing. And what happened was that just the shiitake and the pak choy was added to the tomato and the egg.
So there were some ideas. I think the Gemini was so funny because it did something where we human beings never come to the idea and never have the idea, just down in the same pot, down is the tomato with egg, and on the upper side it's pak choy with the shiitake. So it's...
So this project, I think we need to explore a professional software to do this short cartoon videos. It's not possible to do it with Gemini.
Sure, you have to cut, or I think we have to cut the procedure in several steps, because the process from the text to a picture, we need Gemini to help us to have an idea how it works on the picture. And between the picture and the sequences of the picture, which is a film, like 2 minutes or so, we need maybe some other some other programming.
Because it's kind of difficult to adjust. Because if you want to adjust a very small thing, if you have to, basically you have to, everything has to be fixed very in detail. And even if it's in very fixed in detail, and you only change one detail, you may think you get the same picture, only adjusted according to your little changes. But it's something totally different.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny. Why not?
It's not possible to do videos.
I wouldn't eat my food like that. I don't think so. But if I make a menmian, I would have this combination. Why not? But normally I would separate the tomato with egg from the pak choy with shiitake.
No, I think there's some software which is perfectly for this, because it's programmed to keep like the actors like the same. You can fix. You can fix some details, and they're always like this.
Yeah.
You don't need always to repeat in detail.
Yeah.
For every.
But I think
change.
For the first step to have the visualization, have the idea about how the text is work with the animals, because with the animals, sometimes the first few animals was like not happy. I think because they had some meat. After we changed the animals in vegan, and then we say, "Oh, please laugh," then the faces are relaxed.
Anyways, the idea is to do a special series of short focused videos with in-depth description of some techniques and
not techniques.
Of some ingredients and how to choose the ingredients.
I want to have this for children. I want to have this method for children because I would very be happy if I'm a child and know, oh, this is delicious food with 3 years old children. This is my wish. Yeah, it's not only cutting technique. Yeah.
Yeah, you can also do the whole process of cooking.
Yeah. And then my biggest, I think, inspiration where I think I cannot really get at home is the apartment was on the 11th floor, which allowed us to have a wonderful view from up to the whole city of Esbjerg and to the harbor and also to the Fanø island. So I don't know, I got so inspired and then I automatically started my cooking lesson because at home I think I thought long time how you can do it, how you can organize it. I think like doing a video with 1 hour only about cooking is boring. So I know I have sometimes with 40 minutes, but it was due to the very compressed content. But when I started, I thought a structure with this lesson 1. Each lesson is like a menu with different courses, and then I always have the 0. That means lesson 1 minus 0. The zero is the theoretical part. If you don't like the theoretical part, you can just skip and begin with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each minus 1 is course 1, minus 2 is course 2, and minus 5 is the last course what we only could eat. So with this structure, I get the lesson, cooking lesson with theory, with technique, with design. Lesson 2 is about design because in Denmark we had several shelves, only organic plants, but also meat, and so only organic. And the quality and the taste, the freshness is so wonderful that we cannot get all these ingredients in Germany. So this is very inspiring. And in the lesson 2, we did a very big, purchasing, also in the Chinese supermarket, and then we made a big table, all of the stuff. And I want to show the audience, if you have 30 different things, how to begin. If it's overwhelming, it's too much, and how to think clear in that moment. Because if you are a cook, and it's too less, 巧妇难为无米之炊. It's in Chinese like the best housewife cannot cook without rice. So it means if you don't have anything, you cannot cook just with air. But what happened if you have 100 stuff? Then outside in the restaurant there are 30 people, and you think, oh God, where can I begin? How can I go on? So that was my experience due to the 3.5 years as the only chef at Bistro Ginkgo. So I shared my design principle in the lesson 2. And lesson 3 was the festival stuff, because we had a festival. And lesson 4 was the birthday. Also festival. So let's say from lesson 1 to lesson 4, we had maybe between 25 to 30 different videos packed with 4 classes. So this style is like when I was a language teacher at the Wuhan University for the German language. I also organized my content in this stuff. It's if you if you don't have a organization, a line to have the content being working together, like a filling maybe from baozi, then your student cannot understand what is what, and then it's like sand. You can explain and they cannot remember. But if you have one topic which is putting everything together, there is 5 or 6 totally different topic. But if your student is concentrating and interested, and also with cooking is like also try to cook, then I think the learn effect is much better. So I was very proud that I got this technique from teaching, didactic, in Esberg for my audience. So I'm really, really very, very happy.
Yeah, we did a lot of videos.
Then we did short video.
Yeah.
Doch, the short video was for me a very important point. Normally, I know a lot of channel. What I'm also like to watch myself. It's like somebody has maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, and then they cut the important 2 or 3 minutes out and put it in short and let people to watch. And if I'm interested in the short, I will take time to
like a teaser.
Like a teaser, yeah. But for my content for our channel, I want to have as much as different content as possible. We are targeting to have 10,000 different videos for the next 10 years, which is meaning like 3 videos, either long or short, whatever, per day. And the short video mostly are meditation, are some music, are everything almost out of the food. It's like, how do you spend your time? How do you come down? And if you have stress, you want to meditate, then look maybe into our short video to see the sunset, to hear the water, to hear some rain, to see some forest, to go with us on the ferry and look onto the water. So, or to experience wonderful, one of the oldest restaurant in Denmark, which is founded 1722 with the paintings and all the well renovated interior and the garden with a nice food. We want to edit and put on. So it's like maybe I would say on the longer video it's cooking, mostly cooking. Maybe it will come, let's say, longer meditation videos as well, but it's only 1 to 3. And in the shorter videos, it's everything what is good for longevity. We did that. And also the description is different. The description is not to repeat what I taught in the video. It's maybe some theoretical stuff. And what I never want to give is how much gram and which degree, and exactly step 1, turn on the fire. Step 2, put 3 milliliter of some oil. Step 3 is turn and measure the temperature of 160 degrees and cut your something like 95 gram. And so this is not my style, and I refuse to do that.
No, our idea is, if you like cooking and you want to do good cooking, you don't need to look at the recipe and like, how do you call it in English? If you have a paper and then you draw with the numbers. make a picture and you from 1 to 2 to 3, and then this is red and this is black. No, if you really like to cook, you don't need the recipe. You only need to know by heart how much you put and when to do it. And this is the idea of these videos.
Yeah.
If you watch carefully, and maybe you didn't cook before or not a lot, or you used to cook like step by step, reading, doing 3 minutes of cooking, and then you have again to read in the book how to go on. Change it to a natural cooking by heart.
And
because as you see, she always didn't use any tool to measure anything until today.
Yeah. And also don't cut. I show a lot of time to have the lettuce. They have the mushroom just break. And
so until now, the whole cooking was without any scale and without any kind of measure liquid volumes. Nothing.
Yeah. So
you don't need all this.
You don't need that, and you don't have to expect that this kind of information is behind the description. It's not.
If this time you observe, I put too much oil, next time you put less.
Yeah.
And then step by step you know by heart what kind of what volume of oil or what size of ingredients you should cut. Anything will.
And if too much oil, just put more vegetable in it. And if too much salt, also add vegetable, then it's fine.
The more tools you need, the less you will cook, because you need to clean everything afterwards. And then cooking is a big project. First, prepare everything from the cupboard, and then you will start cooking. And afterwards, all these things are dirty. You need to clean all these things you need. So if you reduce the tools and reduce the volume of cleaning work afterwards, and reduce the trouble of preparing work before, you will cook, because it's faster than doing the pizza to the oven or buying some finished prefabricated powders and mixed with water. It's the same speed, or faster.
It's faster. It's much faster.
This is the idea.
And if something is too much, you have automatically your meal prep. So don't make meal prep like every day the same, and for taking extra time to do that. Just cook a little bit more and put in a box. Then tomorrow you have a wonderful lunch.
Yeah, I think if you cook like this, there's no too much need for meal prep.
Yeah.
Because this means you eat every day the same. Or you basically the same, maybe you have some variations by the spices or whatever. But if the cooking is fast like this, you just come home, do some vegetables, and it's fresh and it's crispy and it's healthy. You cannot do meal prep with vegetables.
No. Except with gazpacho is the only.
Yeah, but this is
it's not. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, so I think then on the way back we did a stopover in Bremen from the second time, because we met a wonderful restaurant, the Chinese restaurant, where they did everything from scratch.
Yeah, they're really cooking.
Yeah.
They're not buying this prefabricated frozen, like dim sum. There are a lot of restaurants you may get dim sum, but it's all frozen, mostly produced in China. And they just steam this frozen, prefabricated, mass-produced things.
And
this restaurant, we saw that the lady, the gentleman, the husband is the main cook, and the wife, she cares for the guests. But maybe before the guests come, or if it's not too busy, she will use the time to do this kind of preparation. And we saw that she worked on this preparation for the dim sum they sell. So they do it by themselves, freeze it, or keep it in the refrigerator, and it's not from the factory.
So it's so delicious. And for the first time, I think, oh, the xunyu is like from my dad. Then I asked them, are you from Shanghai or from Ningbo? And they, yes, I'm from Ningbo. That's why this dish with the fish, it's marinated. It's a sweetwater fish. In Chinese, we call it qingyu also. Marinated with teriyaki, with a rice wine, and then they fry it and then they steam it. And it's like what we have, we eat it during the Spring Festival. It's a South China dish typical for a Spring Festival because yu has the same pronunciation like rich, wealthy. So people love to eat yu for the Spring Festival, and this was on the menu. And I ordered this. I said, "Oh, more than 20 years because last time we have eaten it in Shanghai." And I say, "Oh, I didn't eat that," and then I ordered it, and it was exactly the same taste like I was used to.
Just less sweet.
Yeah, just less.
Because if you use it in Shanghai, it may be very sweet.
Much more sugar.
And the wife told her husband to use less sugar.
Yeah, because she is a doctor.
Medical doctor.
Yeah, medical doctor. So we feel that we are really in the heaven. Yeah. Then we decided to go there again. The restaurant is Cuisine in Bremen. It is the oldest Chinese restaurant, and then we know that the artist, piano artist Lang had also enjoyed the food there. And the tang bao, this is the small baozi with soup inside. It's perfect, and it's also, the soup is supposed to be staying in the dough, and they steam it. And then when they eat it, then you just enjoy the soup from the dough. So it's a very big technique. Don't have a hole in the dough, and you have 4 pieces, and it's all a big success. Then we have the niu baiye, and it's kind of stomach of the rind. But normally the taste is always of the cod is the same, but there, it's so individual that they have made it by themselves.
Usually if you get it in Germany in restaurants, it's always the same taste with black beans. So there's a special, you can get it in the Asia shop. It's prepared some black bean, yeah. It's not a spice, but it's more than a spice. It's some black bean with some sauce, and this is used. The function is used like spice.
The black.
You always get this nobaye with this taste.
The black bean.
But they have a different recipe.
Yeah, the black bean is douchi, which is a special fermented soya bean in Hunan province. And this family has a little bit chili, soya sauce, and they reduce the sugar. So it's fantastic.
So you observe from the taste that it's not the same taste like standard.
Yeah.
So obviously they do it by themselves in that restaurant's kitchen.
And for that reason, we booked 2 nights at Bremen, and also we enjoyed the park, the city park, Bürger Park. The park is so wonderful. They have deer, they have wild deer, and they have some grasses not cut, but as So
they ask the people not to pass by and to keep the grass growing naturally. because in the evening when it's dark, the deer will come around and they eat it's the food for them.
Yeah. And then what we didn't.
But this park begins just next to the train station, just in the city center.
Yeah, and the big park, I like it much more than the Munich English garden, because the English garden is nice, but everything is so clean and so fine. And there in Bremen, they have a water feature where you can take a boat, maybe
yeah,
for
it's like a small river.
It's for 1
So
hour.
it's this lake, but it looks like a river. It's just that you can take a small boat and go around.
And it's more than 1 hour. We didn't manage to take that boat, maybe for next time. And also one hotel, I don't know, it's from 100 years old with a very, very, how do you say, big architecture from, not this park hotel also. So it's a very impressive, and with the deers, I know the deers from Krefeld, and with not cutting the grass, I didn't see that twice. And also in Lyon, the park is wonderful, but I think the Bremen park is bigger. And in some area, you think you are in a forest. So it was very, very impressive.
Yeah, I didn't expect it like this.
Yeah, because
the city was very green. Also, the city center near to the shopping areas, they have a small river passing by and lots of green areas.
Yeah, before we have been visiting Bremen for 2 times, I think, but we always stay in the city center, the Bremer Stadtmusikanten. This is very famous, and also the historical building and downtown historical building is very fine. But this time we were really very surprised by the big park. It's really, you think you are in a different world. So I love myself in nature.
Yeah, you just cross the street from the train station's back entrance or back exit.
Yeah.
You cross the street and then you are just like in the countryside.
Yeah. So it's so wonderful. Next year we will go to Esbjerg again. One special point, I want to say thank you to the hotel, a place to Esbjerg Hotel, because it's also my misunderstanding when I booked, because I think, Esbjerg is like German word iceberg. And then this building complex is like, there are some ice on water. So like
this was
glacier.
Imagination.
This is my imagination. Then I booked the hotel because I'm a fan of a very special architecture. Then we don't regret it, and our expectation were more than what we experienced, was much more than what we expected. Also because of very friendly staff, and I want to thank to Louis, and because I talk with her, and then we talk about food. I talk about natural food. I talk about why I'm going to Esbjerg, because of the architecture, and we know Denmark has wonderful quality of egg, of plants, and also for meat. And she told me, yes, she know that because her father was a cook on the island Fanø Island. And then that was for me so supportive, because if I found some orgy, then I asked her to ask her father whether we can eat it or not. Then she got the answer from the father, no, they are not going to eat it. It's not poison, but it's not tasty. Or the 海蜇, 就是
I don't know the English word.
The squirrel. I made a short video and published that, and I know the Chinese in the Chinese kitchen is very delicious, but I don't know. I only heard, don't touch it because you got hurt yourself. And then I asked Louis, and she said, yeah, if it's red, then it will hurt. You get injured, you have to go to a hospital. It's very dangerous, don't touch it. And if it's white, okay, you may touch it, but you know the very professional skills to deal with. So then I got information from the kind of local cook, which is very big support to me. So thanks a lot to Louis.
Okay, reicht Leute, oder?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye bye.